Hello, Dani Gibson. Welcome to Gate to Wire. I'm Bruce Casella along with Dani Gibson. How are you, Dani?
I'm great. I'm glad to be here with you. Lots to talk about. Lots going on here at Parks and in the horse racing industry.
Yeah, absolutely. A little different podcast this week. Let's start off with the PTHA golf outing. Man, that was a lot of fun.
I feel like this was our best one. So the golf outing, it's our third or fourth annual. It
Fourth
benefits
one.
Turning for Home, and just a great time. We had a lot of golfers. I mean, full golf course there. Good. We really appreciate our sponsors. We had a coffee truck that was there promoting racehorses and aftercare. And lots of money was raised, and all that money goes to the horses, so no horses ever left behind.
Did you give out any winners when you were handicapping you and Dick Girardi?
My horses ran second and fourth, so me and Dick do the coveted Kentucky Derby talk. Um, but they ran second and fourth.
Not too bad. Not too
Not
bad.
winners, but it's not losers.
Right. Hey, we got to show you this one shot
Oh my God.
by a Parks trainer,
Josue Arce. He used to be a
Josue
jockey. He
Arce.
won a grade one winning race as a jockey. He's now a trainer, and he loves to golf.
But check out this shot. It's an approach shot, and he almost has a shot to get this thing in. It just goes by the cup. I know he was proud of it, and he should be.
Oh my God. How so close, so close.
And Dani, we have to give you the winners of the golf outing, and I got them listed right here. The winner at 11 under par was Team John Service, and of course that went to a playoff. So he got lucky and won that one. I'm sure he was excited. And here's the picture of him. The longest drive, Brandon Catelli. Closest to the pin was the Horse Breeders president, Greg Knoll. So that was pretty cool. Those guys having a great time at the PTHA golf outing.
How cool. Not only Greg can golf, but he's a horse breeder and he rides too. I mean, that's a guy that can do it all. I like that.
All right, another big thing that happened this past week was Butch Reid gets his 1,000th win. Wow, that's a pretty good milestone.
Huge milestone. And what was cool is he got to do it right at his home track with his wife, with his brother, with his owners, longtime owners, LC Racing, Glenn Bennett and Chuck Zachney, with a homebred, Jeannie Marie. She did it here. She won with ease. Alessio Ruiz was aboard. And I know it meant a lot because Jeannie Marie, she had the winter off. She wintered at Mark Reed's farm. So we caught up with the Reeds on this special accomplishment.
Way to go, brother. Thanks. Good job, brother. 1,002. That's 1,002. That's right.
G. 1,000 more, buddy. 1,000 more.
The legend continues.
Butch, congratulations.
Thanks so much, Bruce. Yeah, yep. It was a lot of hard work by a lot of people to get this mission accomplished. So couldn't be any prouder of my group.
Here with Butch Reid. Butch, 1,000 wins. Do you have any recollection of win number one?
Certainly do. Monmouth Park, horse by the name of Rock Lives by Art Berg, Tres Van Stable. Know him well. So
A mere 40 years ago. I just looked it up this morning. What's it been like for over the long haul to get to 1,000?
well, it's been quite an adventure. Up and down the East Coast, every major and minor racing facility, dragging my daughter and my wife Ginny up and down the East Coast, and my daughter went to 8 different schools by the time she was in 8th grade, but she still succeeded. Somehow she was able to overcome us, but it's been quite an adventure, so it was great getting here today.
Could you recite all of the racetracks you've been to?
I started up and down the East Coast, then you got to go to Chicago and California and about everywhere. So
What's the cool part is you paid all your dues, and the last 5 years have been really the best 5 of your career, winning the Breeders' Cup, having a 2-year-old champion. What have these last 5 been like for the stable?
that's just been amazing. The guy Glenn Bennett came along. We were fortunate enough to meet him and Chuck Zachney in the around 2010, something like that, and it's just taken off from there. And it's been on top of each other, and year after year, it's just been amazing for my family and for everybody involved.
And speaking of your family, to have Mark here today, I mean, he was the guy that basically got you into the game. You guys got into the game sort of together way back when. To have him here today, what's that mean?
Yeah, for better or for worse. Yeah, he's the one who got me into the game. But no, I followed his footsteps, and our grandfather taking us to the old Garden State over in Cherry Hill, and then we both went down to the University of Maryland and worked for Dickie Duttrow, and he's the one who originally got me started, gave me a couple of horses to get training, and it's been going on for a while since then.
Butch, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Ginny, you've been here the whole way. To get to 1,000 wins with you and Butch, what does that mean?
It means a lot. there's been up and down times, you know, in racing, and for this to finally happen when everyone showed up, I was shaking in my boots coming down the lane. I thought, oh no, that it just means a lot. We both, well, you know, we both work hard at it. We try to be a team, and it really means more than anybody can think.
Well, you are a team, and you were a team at some of the little racetracks that people probably don't even exist anymore. What were those days like when you guys were starting out, wondering if you'd ever win any races?
Trying to figure out how we were going to pay somebody to do anything, and that was tough. I literally can remember counting change that we found under the seat of the car to buy a hamburger. That's when we were in Sandy Hook at Monmouth when he first got started. He just didn't. There was just no money coming. It was tough.
And then
but it makes you appreciate everything that you do get.
And then the last 5 years, I mean, starting with VQuist, the 2-year-old Philly champ, you guys have had the best 5 years of your careers. To be able to have this, what has it been like?
It's been so nice to have Nisi Marie last year. It just makes you feel like you're doing the right thing.
Mark, Butch blames you for all of this. He said you got him into it. Why did you do this?
You know, my parents asked me before they passed away, it's bad enough you went. You got him lured in? No good. No good.
To be here today and see your younger brother win 1,000, seriously, what does that mean?
It touches me close. You know, I've been a lifelonger in here, and to see my brother succeed the way he's succeeding, you know, everything he runs seems to win and run good. He's winning all up and down the East Coast. So to see that and then hit this milestone is very important to me.
Wow, great day by Butch Reid and getting that milestone with all his family around, and you could tell he was a little bit emotional about that one.
Yeah, I mean, career milestones are great. Hopefully, we're here for the next 1,000th. I'm sure we win. And, you know, Butch doesn't win as many races as he used to, but the races he wins are really big, significant. He has a lot of stakes horses. He's in a lot of deep waters, and he's been so competitive these last couple of years. Of course, winning the two Breeders' Cups. I mean, who can say that? That's pretty impressive. With VQuist, Hello Lover, when that was a Breeder Cup race, and looking forward to see what his barn has this year.
Other big news at Parks, the Smarty Jones exhibit finally gets opened after all these years. It's on the first floor, and it is really sharp.
Yeah, I mean, they had the ribbon cutting here Saturday, Kentucky Derby Day. Fans got to line up and see his Kentucky Derby winning trophy, his Preakness trophy, some of the saddle towels, some of the other memorabilia. And that was what Mrs. Chapman always wanted, right? She wanted it here at Parks in the state of Pennsylvania so fans could get up close and enjoy some of their champion that they love so much.
Well, guess what? I caught up with Pat Chapman from her home in Sarasota, Florida, and she says just that. She's excited that the fans get to see more memorabilia from Smarty Jones. This past week, the Smarty exhibit opened up, and it looks great. You sharing the trophies, the memorabilia at the Smarty exhibit is pretty nice.
I tell you, everything I left there at Parks when I moved out of Pennsylvania back in October of 21, everything there is special to me. I didn't have room in my new home, which is much smaller than either home I lived in before. So I had to do something with it, and I wanted to do something really special for the fans in Southeast Pennsylvania. Philadelphia, particularly the Philadelphia area, because we can't leave Bensalem and Bucks County out, can we? I thought that would be appropriate to leave things there if Parks could get some exhibit together. I understand that it's nice and that they'll be continuing to add to it. But this is a special way of mine of saying thank you to so many wonderful fans who helped make Smarty, you know, the popular icon that he is today.
All right, Dani, what else is going on at Parks?
So Parks is going to be quiet this weekend, but we will have live racing on Preakness. Also down in Pimlico, the National Thoroughbred League has their big day tomorrow, Saturday. And I'm actually going to be in one of the races as a Philadelphia Stallion
Wow.
with my horse, My Mamba. So pretty excited about that. And Lamar Jackson is the team captain down there. So we get Dr. J, they get Lamar Jackson. So looking forward to a big day. And Monmouth Park opens up. So we love Monmouth Park, of course, the home of the Haskell. And just excited to see who's going to run at that Preakness. We know Sovereignty, the Kentucky Derby winner, will not run. Journalism looks like they're leaning towards it. So hopefully we get a decent field. And I know a lot of park shippers will go down to take on the stakes.
For Preakness Day, is it going to be the same thing as Kentucky Derby Day at Parks? They're going to have some family fun?
Yep, family fun. Gates will open at 10. First post will be 12:40, so we'll have live racing all day. Hopefully great weather. We had an awesome crowd here on hand for Kentucky Derby Day, so looking forward to that as well for Preakness. And then watch the big race on the big screen with all your closest friends and family.
Well, let's hope we get some great weather. All right, Dani, that's it for Gate to Wire. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, cool. We'll check you out next week.
Take care.